everyone, welcome to Deanna Creates. So in today's video, we are going to be using this sign that I got from Dollar Tree, and we are going to be turning it into this. So let's just get started. So I found this really cute sign at Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago, and I just thought it would make something so cute. I love these little wooden beads that are on here that are really on trend right now, and I just knew when I saw it that we can make something really fun with this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using, this is a transfer from the IOD Christmas Valley transfer from the Christmas release for this year. So I have another little cabin that looks like this that we're going to be using. And then we're going to just use some scrapbook paper. This is actually from the Cartabella Letters to Santa 6x6 paper pad. And so that's what I'm going to be using for the background. So let's just get started. We're going to go ahead and we are just going to decoupage this. I'm going to be using the decoupage gel matte decoupage gel in the matte from Redesign. And so let's just do that first, and then we're gonna paint around the edges. Well, let's cut the tag off. We don't need the tag on there. And so I'm just gonna go over just the entire background of this with this gel. This, I was so excited how this turned out. And I just thought there were so many cute things that you could do with this. Now, you know, the frame is just, it's not wood. Of course, it's just the paper over, you know, over the cardboard type stuff that this is made out of. But it still is, I think it still is very cute. All right, so we do want to, of course, distress our paper a little bit first, as always. So I'm just going over it with my archival ink here around the edges. I think, you guys, I'm gonna have to get a new one. This is getting, it's getting a little bit dried up, I think, from all use. I've worn them out. And then I just want to like kind of feather it a little bit too. I'll put the vintage photo on there a little. So you guys, have you been creating and getting all ready for Christmas? Can you believe it is 2 weeks away? I cannot believe it's 2 weeks away. It's like since Thanksgiving, it's like the blink of an eye and it like is here. I don't even know what happened to the time. It's like it's in warp speed. And then what I like to do when I am laying scrapbook paper down, and if it's on a surface that I can, I like to take a brayer and just kind of press that into it a little more. I think that just helps it to stick a little bit better. Or at least that's what I found, and it works for me. Because sometimes it's hard to get it all pressed in there good. All right. And so now too, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top of this paper with this matte medium too, because I want something for the transfer to stick to. I just feel like it goes on much easier when I do that. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with my heat gun real quick so that we can move on with our fun project. Alright. Cover up the brayer again in case that heat wanted to pull any of that up. Alright, now I'm going to let this set a little bit more on its own, and we're going to paint around the frame. Now I'm going to be using this Van Dyke Brown. This is from Paint Couture. Robin at Robin Song sent this little sample to me. And so I'm going to be using this to go around the edges of this little frame. And I just want, I'm not going for a perfect look here. I'm just giving it a little bit of color just because I don't like this lighter color that's the frame is currently. And this is like a glaze. And I can see why she says it's one of her favorite colors, because it's really pretty. Now I'm just going to go around this top here. I didn't take these beads off, so I'm just going to go around it. Plus the little holes that they drilled in here you can kind of see the paper, so that'll help cover that up too. So you guys have all your Christmas shopping done? Are you making your gifts this year? What are you guys doing? All right, that's really all that I want to do to that. Again, I just want to give it just that little bit more color. All right, and I think our paper is dry enough now, so we're going to take our transfer, and I'm going to have to trim it down a little bit to fit in here. This one's a little bit wider. Right, and so then we're just going to peel the backing off, and once you've kind of started cutting it, that's when it gets, and you want to be careful like when you're going to place it down, because wherever you are placing it, it's gonna stick. So I'm gonna just try to line this up. I'm actually going to be adding some snow to it. Oh my goodness, you guys. That's so cute. All right, so then I'm just going to take my little wooden stick transfer, and I'm just going to start pressing down to adhere the transfer to my piece. Oh, but this is doing really good. Oh, you guys, look how cute. Isn't that just so cute? I just love it. All right, but we are not even close to being finished. We're gonna do all the fun stuff now, and we're going to come in here and embellish it and do all kinds of really pretty things. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add some snow, because you know it's a cabin and it's in the snow and it's in the mountains, and we're gonna add to the snow that's on here. And so we're gonna use, I'm using the Pint-Art snow paste first. I'm gonna use a mixture of products. And so I found a trick when I was playing with this snow paste earlier in the week, and I've been just trying to use this artist brush and like spread it out, but I found if I scrape it off with a popsicle stick, I can control it a lot better than I can just with the paintbrush. So I use the paintbrush to like scoop it out, and then I just scrape it down with the popsicle stick and move everything around. And I found that I liked that a lot better. Like I said, it really allowed me to put the snow wherever I wanted it. And my brush, it's a kind of a stiff brush. It's just a cheap like artist brush that came in a multi-pack, but this works a lot better. And if you don't have the Pint-Art, y'all, there's a lot of other ones that are out there that you can get at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Snow Tex is one. And really, you can really just take some really heavy white paint and kind of get the same effect. So, you know, don't let that stop you from making something just because you don't have these same things. But it looks so cute. Oh my goodness. It's almost, I don't know what it's made out of, but it's almost like there's sand or something in here. This one has a lot more snow than the other little cabin. If you don't, you know, I know that all of you probably may not have this transfer. You could use a napkin. You could find, you know, a cute little image online and print it out and decoupage that. From a magazine, a book, anything like that would be really, really cute. All right, so that is all I'm going to do with the snow paste. And now the next thing I'm going to use is the snow crystal, because I want my snow to be a little bit sparkly, like, you know, there's some ice in it, because this cabin it's in the mountains and it's where it's cold. So there's most likely there's going to be some ice in that. So I'm using just the same brush. I wiped it off, and I'm just going to dab this just along here in this snow, because this is a lot thinner of a texture than the actual snow paste. And so it's just giving it that really sparkly kind of glistening of the ice and the snow. And then what I'm going to do too is my roof, the roof up here, it has lots of snow on there. And so we're just going to go around with the brush and put this snow crystal paste on it. And this one is a lot easier to control with a brush. Like when it dries, it looks so cool. We're gonna add just a little bit of this to our trees, just like the snow's kind of sitting on them. But we're gonna put our icicle, the ice paste on these. And then what I did on this one is just in the background, I made it look like snow. Of course, you guys can't see that in the camera, but if you look closely at it, it almost looks like the snowflakes are falling. And so I just went, you know, and got some, and I just kind of dabbed it in little circles all throughout my piece, just really lightly. And again, it just gave it that look of the snow was, you know, on here. Okay, so now we are going to get the ice crystal pen, and this little cabin has ice crystals actually hanging down on the eaves of it. So we're going to use the ice crystal pen and hit that. Another thing that you could use is stickles. You guys know I love the Stickles glitter glue, and so those work great. I've used those like for years before I ever even heard of the Pent Art stuff. So whoop, that one just came out too much. Let's see if I can pull that off with the top of my paintbrush. Better do a test on that one. There we go. So you could use that, the stickles, and that would be very, very pretty. And then I'm going to put some icicles on the tree branches. Just kind of randomly, no real rhyme or reason. Just wherever I think it might have some on there. And this dries clear, but it does have that icicle effect to it. It's really kind of neat. Okay. And so now what I did on this one is I put this piece of washi tape on there. I just wanted a little, you know, to give something at the top. And I really like that. I like the color of that. So I'm going to use that same one. That's here. And I believe I got these at Hobby Lobby. They were in like a 3-pack of these little skinny ones. And of course, finding the end of it. It's a green plaid, and I think it just really goes with the whole vibe of this little project. So there's how it's looking so far. Isn't it so cute? Would you ever have known, guys, that that was a little cabin from Dollar Tree? No. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I added this little home for the holidays, and this was just from a piece of scrapbook paper. So I'm going to look and see. It was here, and this was from the Nostalgia, the Park Lane Nostalgia. I got this from Joann's. And so this was just one that was in there. And I think I'm going to use this holiday cheer one on here because I don't want it to be the same. So I'm just going to cut these out. This little strip. I used my paper trimmer before, but hopefully I can get it where I am not. These are so cute. You could stamp on there if you wanted, whatever you have. I love using scrapbook paper and paper pads in my projects. I always have, way before decoupage kind of became cool again. I've always loved scrapbook paper. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to use some of the little dots because I want this to be elevated a little bit. And these are kind of hard sometimes to get off of this little thing. Let's see what I have. Let's try this one. There we go. I just like that these will like make it stand up a little bit more. So we're gonna put those on there. And then just peel the back off of it. And we just add it here. And it looks like that. Isn't it so cute? So the last thing that I did, and this is totally optional, and I'm not sure if I'm going to even do it on this one, but I took my this Paint Couture glaze in that Van Dyke brown, and I watered it down a little bit, and I just took my paintbrush and I just randomly kind of went around the beads of this. So if you wanted to add that and do that, you can, or you can just leave it. I don't know if I want to leave this one or if I want to do the same thing, but I'll show you just briefly kind of what I did, just so that you'll know. So again, I just took my brush And I took this paint, this Van Dyke Brown, or it's actually a glaze, and I just took some and I put it on my little palette here. And then I just took a little bit of water and I just water it down. And then I just went around the beads like so. And watered them kind of as I went around and just did like this. That's all that I did, 2 of them. Just to give them that little bit of color and kind of blend it in to match the frame a little bit. You could use a different color, you could, you know, whatever you wanted to do to kind of change it up, you could certainly do that. And if you see that you're getting it too dark, just go back over it with some water. And you just keep turning. It's a little messy, but it's a good way to, you know, quickly paint them without having to be precise and paint them all like, because you're just like, you know, hitting them randomly. And that's it. That is all that you do to give it that look. You just kind of keep turning them around. And that's it. And there you have it, y'all. Really quick and easy and really cute transformation, I think, of a Dollar Tree sign. So I hope this inspires you guys when you're finding things at Dollar Tree to really think about just different ways that you can use them. Things that you have at home, or, you know, other things that, you know, other hobbies that you have that you can incorporate, and just take those and just make them over into something that is uniquely you and that you love for your home or as a gift. So, as always, I appreciate you guys. Love and light to you all, and we'll see you again real soon.